Hi everyone, we're on Harborside out in front of Willie G's restaurant, and if we get right on the ball, kind of fast pace here, we can watch a cruise ship leaving the harbor. This is the public access pier, Pier 21, and a lot of interesting ships tie up at this pier, so if you're in Galveston, walk over, check out the pier. We'll do a little 360 of Pier 21. Starts off with the restaurants, and then the red building is where the Alyssa is berthed. Next to it is the cruise ships. There's two ships there right now. And then this pier has tugboats tied up to it today. This photo was the first photo I did of the harbor. It was taken in 2003, and it has the Elation coming into port. The Elation was probably the first cruise ship to come into Galveston. The statue is called High Tides. It was done by Charles Park and installed in 1992. I refer to it as Peter Pan. The Peter Pan statue with oil rig in the background doubled made the cover of the Islander in 2009. The first cruise ships were smaller, and they could actually come in and do a 180 in-place turnaround. This shot here of the Conquest behind Melissa is a rare shot because they can't do that now. Some of the ships would turn around at times right in front of the Pier 21 where I was at, and it was such a tight fit as they came around that you could almost touch the ship as it did its swing. It was an impressive sight to see early in the morning. This is the El Galleon. It's a 16th century Spanish ship reproduction. This is the Stad Amsterdam. It's a 250-foot 19th century clipper ship replica. It was one of my favorite ships to photograph. This is a few other ships that have come into the harbor. As you walk east on Pier 21, you come into Pier 19, which is our mosquito fleet. It's the smaller boats and mostly used for shrimping. They clean their shrimp or cull and throw a lot of bycatch in the water, so there's usually abundance of birds. During the winter, the white pelicans are on the left side of the pier, and the brown pelicans are there year round. But lots of birds and a very interesting little walk. So make sure if you go to Pier 21 to walk down to the mosquito fleet and see what's happening. Well, we'll do a little walkabout for a few seconds and check out the boats. Looks like he's got bait shrimp. Uh, this is in front of the harbor house after Ike. You can see the shrimp boat setting on the parking lot and a couple cars on the railroad track. On the highway exit 7 out of town, there was this shrimp boat, the Bustin' Loose. I later saw it back in the mosquito fleet, so it survived the hurricane even though it got blown to land. Did a little cute series on the Peeps Comes to Galveston. Uh, this ship is the USS Selma. It's out in the bay just right outside of the harbor. It was built in 1919 when there was a lack of steel, and it's made out of concrete. If you look at a piece of the concrete closely, it has lava in it. The ship went aground in Mexico, and they brought it up here for repairs. And when it couldn't be repaired, it was sank in the bay, just The sunken ship makes for some good fishing, so it's a very popular fish spot. I'm guessing sometime in the 70s, a merchant marine actually lived on the ship, and his name was Captain Bill. And I've heard he had a couple goats even on the ship, but he sold bait, maybe some beer, and did pretty well on the ship. He obviously knew how to make a good skull and crossbones. Well, thank you for watching my video. Please follow me and put a like and be involved. I do hope to make more videos.